And when we're sitting in almost like a council, we're looking at these crystals, and we're like, there's a problem going on Earth. There's an infection of consciousness. Go down there, remind people what it's like up here, because they simply forgot. Spiritual amnesia kicked in. And there's literally like a star battle going on down here.
Now, do you guys also buy into the whole 12-strand DNA
right.
reduced to 2 strands, and that's why that amnesia is happening?
That's right.
A lot of this stuff, maybe. Me personally, I don't think that's important to be aware of that. Like, everything's like, maybe. Like, are we going to the 5th dimension? What does that mean, right? Like, I'm more interested in how can we facilitate our own personal alchemy. Like, I think that's what's really important, and that's
awesome,
like what I said
answer.
before. Yeah.
Awesome answer.
So what about stuff like, you know?
And you know what? Maybe when we do embody more of our soul, maybe that is what the 12-strand DNA is.
Yeah.
But that's not like it's
relevant.
Just, yeah, it's kind of scientific.
Okay, but what about stuff like fluoride in the water and chemtrails? And,
well, there's an attack on our consciousness, because the powers that be know that we're becoming more evolved, consciously evolved. So they're stepping up their attack. They're upping their ammunition against us, right? So when in the 50s, 60s, it was pesticides. Now it's GMOs. Now it's chemtrails. Now it's fluoride. Now it's they're just attacking us like crazy, because they're in fear that, and this is probably that alien race that I told you about, they're in fear of the world going through the alchemical process. So they're doing what they can to limit our potential.
Well,
and I just want to add,
yeah.
Sorry. Okay,
go ahead. No, you go.
I just want to say something about Joe. Like, he was saying about he's a 14th dimensional entity. Now, I don't know, I can't say if I totally subscribe to that, but I'm his friend. I hang around him a lot. And he if you watch his video on The Matrix for Real, if you see his flips that he does, a lot of people can do flips. Lots of people can do flips. When he flips, it's like he's levitating.
Wait, let's see if we can pull that up. We'll show it at the end. The Matrix for Real.
It's like he's levitating, and his energy healing, he's definitely a superhuman. I can't say if he's from the 14th dimension, because I don't know. I'm very Taurus. I'm very grounded, but he's definitely superhuman. He, out of all the people I've met in my life, like, he's up there with the superhuman caliber of people that I know. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So these bad aliens or whatever, they're like trying to dumb us down they're attacking us with all these strategies like chemtrails and fluoride. What do we do about it? Like, are we able to overcome that? Or
yes,
what, guys?
Absolutely. What's happening in our world is spectacular right now. A lot of these extraterrestrials observing us are like, wow, this is an experiment that's actually going beyond the expectations of the creator.
Like, it's going well.
Yeah, it's going well.
What's happening?
And
it's going so well.
because we're starting to wake up and become our true selves again, and we're starting to get our power back. So instead of them coming to help us, we're helping ourselves, which is ultimately
about bloody time.
It's basically what it's like. If we were to look at ourselves like in an aquarium, it's like we're finally figuring out a way to get out of the aquarium and explore other universes without self-destructing.
So now, Hugh, you can go on to Sirius B and be, okay, I'm not a Sirius B starseed, I'm a human starseed.
Yeah.
So now you can be a starseed on another.
That's right. You go to far edges of the universe to explore life that hasn't been as evolved, and help them out. Because the glue of the universe is love. Unconditional love. Everything in the universe moves in a spiral. Golden mean Fibonacci sequence. Anything that's out of that sequence of numbers or that vibration dematerializes, or it just gets sick. So when we look at like how everything's moving in that pattern and the sacred geometry of love, we start to realize that it's not just a feeling, it's a frequency, but it's also a complex spiritual science.
Can I add something? I just want to add this before. So we're becoming part of the alchemical process of the planet and humans is that we're becoming light beings. You know how they say that? We're becoming light beings. What does that mean? And you know, I listen, like I have my own intuitions, and I listen to different people on the internet, and my perspective is that our planet is turning into a sun. It's turning into a star, and we're turning into a star with it. And we're going to be like these, we're going to actually transcend, I think, our human bodies, and we're going to become these beings of light. But we have to transmute that lead, which is the earthbound frequencies. And the earthbound frequencies are traumas that we hold on to that cause illnesses. Fear, not being in love, having like all these chemicals.
Not being in love with ourselves, you mean,
or not
right?
operating from the heart.
Yeah.
Not having like chemicals in our bodies. Like all these things make us dense and make us earthbound. And so part of the alchemical process of humans and our planet, it's a collective process, is we're turning this planet into a sun, and we're going to be these beings on this sun with it. And right now, it's such a powerful time right now that I believe that people who aren't going or not flowing with the shift, they're the ones are going to get sick faster. I think a lot of people, if they don't comply with the new world energies, like I'm seeing it right now, people who aren't compliant, they're getting sick. They're going to die because they're not ready. They're not flowing.
So where do they go? Do they reincarnate?
They might go. Some people say they might reincarnate on another planet. Some people say that makes sense. I don't know.
Every planet's a school.
Yeah.
This is the highest spiritual evolution school in the whole universe.
Earth.
Yeah, they say only the bravest people come here.
Yeah.
Joe said a really good quote. Joe's a stuntman in movies. They used to do that, and people always ask him about stunts. He's like, the biggest stunt anyone can do is to be born in this world.
Oh, that's a really good one. Wow. So we're all stunt people.
We're all stunt people.
Absolutely.
We're
be
stunt
part
souls.
of the experiment.
Yes.
To find a way back to the source.
Yes.
That's what it's all done.
Yeah. Well, let's talk. Yes, let's do that. Let's we have an experiment we're going to do. So Joe, we've been watching it with the crystal the whole show. Tell us a little bit about that crystal. You're not letting
go of that. That's like.
I've been having dreams about waters and crystals last year, where I'd go under the water, get these giant crystals. Like it was like going into Atlantis, getting these super crystals, and then I was guided through a sequence of events, which I don't believe are accidents, to learn about crystal healing, because I got into an accident last year where I lost all the skin on my face here. I fell off an electric bike.
Was this a stunt accident thing or something?
Well, most people will see it as just falling off a bike, but I actually pushed off a bike by an evil entity. So after that happened, I talked to the shaman. I said, listen, this is a situation. I need some energy protection here, because there's these invisible forces that are trying to get after me, because I'm trying to awaken a lot of people. What do you got? He brings out these crystal ones, and I started working with them. As soon as I held them in my hand, I could feel like electricity going into my wounds, repairing me. And then I went on the internet. I was like, what's more powerful than that? And I found about Vogel crystals.
Vogel crystals.
Vogel crystal.
Okay.
What is a Vogel as opposed to anything else crystal?
When you cut a crystal with sacred geometry, it becomes a supercomputer. Like, I mean, and there's there's a scientist, Marcel Vogel, that worked for IBM, and he found a way to store information into quartz crystals. He made silicon chips, magnetic disk drive, and then he made LCD screens.
Okay.
So here, Dr. Emoto also learned from Dr. Marcel Vogel how to structure water with thought and intent, because our bodies are mostly water. So what I'm going to do right now is use this Vogel crystal.
Okay, wait, Wait, by the way, we had Dr. Emoto here in the studio. Okay, so let's get this camera going on here. Let's not show the camera.
You guys should try. You guys should
you should taste it before and after.
The water?
Yes.
Okay, so we're both going to have one of these glasses. Okay, I'm going to taste it before.
Okay. I'll charge one of them first, and then I'll do the other. Okay. So the same water.
So you're going to charge one of them?
Yes.
Okay, wait a second then. Okay. You know what? Then I'm going to taste that one.
What?
You can taste that one.
I bet it tastes the same, Sandra. Toronto tap water. Okay. Nothing better.
Okay, if we can get a nice close-up on that, I'm just going to aim this crystal, and I'm going to put my intent into it. Here goes. Ready? Love, gratitude, holy water, sacred geometry, sweet water, healthy water, happy water, party water, fun water, golden liquid life force water. Love, gratitude, unconditional love, spring water, sweet water, sweet water, sweet water. All right. Have a taste.
Okay, do you want to taste first, Sandra?
You go first since you have it.
All right.
You don't say anything. You want to comment first?
No, you comment first.
Okay. I actually think it tastes sweeter.
Yes.
I agree. I actually do.
Now, what happens if we drink it? Will we get...
You'll structure all the water in your body. And this is the thing that most people will realize, is that water is a crystal. Liquid, it takes on 4 stages, but it structures at the temperature of 98.6 degrees Celsius in your body. And your third eye has this liquid crystal around it. So whatever thoughts that you're projecting with the feelings structures the water crystal in your body. So water takes on 7 major crystallographic structures. If you put the right water in your body, you're going to hold more light.
I just want to add to that. It's actually lighter now. It's kind of like, you guys ever have fresh spring water?
Yeah.
It's like that now. It's lighter. It has a higher absorption rate. Like it's wetter. It's wetter water. That's heavy water. It's dense water. It's been through pipes, got chemicals.
Okay.
He just transmuted it. He performed alchemy on that water.
Okay.
And now it has a higher absorption rate. And it has a higher amount of interdimensional properties, which access 0-point energy, which is light, basically.
So if we share this water, will we both benefit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, can anybody do this with any crystal, Joe, or?
He's trained. He's trained, and he's got the crystal. I mean, if anyone has a crystal, it'll help because the energy goes through his palm. That's the female side, and then it vortexes through, and it lasers out through the male side. And plus, he's trained in different modalities in energy healing.
Okay.
So that helps, and he's a superhuman. But I mean, anybody can do it if they work towards it, if they train to do it, right?
Because it's the intention. We know the intention.
That's right.
Right? Dr. Moto proves
That's
it.
right.
Yeah,
This crystal is designed for planetary healing. It's 144-sided Vogel, so it connects to the Elohim level.
Okay, so for the planetary human, so does it affect star seeds too?
Big time.
Okay.
It helps with the DNA activation.
Anybody who's in a human body? How about animals?
Big time.
Okay.
I
How
zap
about
tumors
plants?
out. Big time with plants. Helps plants grow faster.
Okay, you zap tumors out of animals? Is
Well,
that what?
people who had tumors, this is the thing. I was working on people, just aiming it at them, and the tumors just dematerialized. And this not only happened on one condition, this happened on many other ones too. And there's
Like you're talking cancerous tumors, like a
Yeah.
breast cancer or whatever?
What if you zap a person with that? Well, like
I do it all the time. I do a lot of
Zap us
healing.
right now.
Yeah, but you can't do.
What do we do? What do we do, Joe?
just, you can feel a vibration.
It's
moving
better
through
though if you're relaxed. It works better because right now you're working, but.
Oh, he's not relaxed.
It's all to the intention that you're moving through it, right? Love, gratitude, holy water, sacred geometry, sweet water, healthy water, happy water, party water, fun water, golden liquid life force water. Ready? Look at that.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah. It's technology from the Pleiadians and Arcturians.
Arcturians, that's my home
That's
planet.
That's your homeboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were looking at Star Trek, they use crystals to power up the whole starship.
That's right.
and
The dilithium crystals.
That's right. We can, and Tesla used a lot of that too. Even Einstein was work.
Well, think about radio. Depends on
Radio
quartz crystal.
That's
Do you guys
right.
think free energy is coming this year?
It's already.
It's here.
No,
That
but do you
is
think we're
free
going to be
energy.
start using it, like, you know,
Yeah, this year it's
for
happening.
our for the
I'm
like
building
as
one.
on a massive level?
I think between, like I said, that cycle that we're in right now.
Yeah.
Right now, the information. Right now,
Let's wait
we're
40
pushing
years,
for
though.
it.
You're saying 40 years.
Well, we're pushing for it, but from now until the next 40 years, we're that cycle. Uranus is in a waxing phase to Pluto,
Okay.
so we're going to implement it. Right. But right now, we're pushing for it. People are doing it, but it's not hasn't been implemented into our infrastructure yet.
But it's out of the
But
bag.
it's coming. Yeah, it's out of the bag.
It's
Absolutely.
coming. It's
Just a
coming
matter of
this
time,
year.
you politicians.
Okay. Can we look at, you brought the alien spaceship metal.
That's
Can we
right.
talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely.
Can we look at it too? We'll, but just talk about it as we get the camera ready to show
Okay,
it.
we're really putting Lamar to work here.
It's
Thank
from
you,
an
Lamar.
alien spaceship.
That's
you know?
right. That's right. I am in contact with them, and I can summon them
on
very
here so
easily.
you can see it.
So what happens is I do a lot of shamanic healing, and I went back to the Bluffs with some friends, and on full moon in Pisces in 2011, I said, tonight we're going to make the intention. We're going to connect with extraterrestrials.
Cool.
Can we zoom in more even, or is that max? Max. So that's it. That's the alien metal right there.
That's right. So we put this intention out, and one of my friends goes for a walk, and he comes back, and he looks like he's going to pass out. I'm like, are you all right? And he's like, there's these beings of light down the beach, and there's so much energy down there, I almost threw up. So I said, let's go down there.
But they're
let's-
good beings.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go down there. Let's explore this. As I'm walking down the beach, I told them, hold on, I can feel an energy here. We need to start digging. So we start digging, and we found this, in this one site, we found this tree stump that was laser cut. And we dig this thing up, and we're like, there's something inside this, because there's so much energy coming out of it. How were we guided, you know? We bring this back to my house, we chop it up right in the middle.